sucks. But we're gonna fix it. So, for starters, who even am I? Well, my name is Drew. I'm 20 years old, and I've accumulated over 4+ years of sales and organic marketing experience since the age of 16. I've connected with thousands of online marketers and entrepreneurs at this point. I've invested over $50,000 into everything I know. I've analyzed thousands of funnels at this point, personal brands, content strategies, and I've pretty much done everything you can think of and a lot more as my story just does go deep. But now I'm sharing everything I know about sales and marketing using the art of attention hijacking to turn attention to revenue, or you could say eyes to cash. Now, or views to cash, but your offer probably sounds like this right now. I help busy people lose fat. I help women get into sales. I help high school athletes get better at basketball. I help real estate agents get more leads, or I help college students break into corporate finance. So these offers sound and seem like they're good, right? I mean, it seems, pretty clear, but here's the problem. Your offer blends in with everyone else. The tangible transformation is unclear, and your offer isn't good enough in people's eyes, which makes it a lot harder for you to actually sell and communicate your value, right? So when we talk about helping, for example, high school athletes get better at basketball, what is the actual tangible transformation that is a byproduct of them getting better at basketball, right? You're not selling them on, hey, I will help you get better at basketball. You're selling them on the fact that, hey, I will train you to the point where it's effortless for you to get recruited at your dream college, or I will train you up to the point where you can play, you can play in the NBA. Or you have to think about the tangible transformation that they're trying to get out of this. Um, for example, basketball players who are unnoticed, right? I help basketball athletes, or I help high school basketball athletes go from unnoticed to being recruited by their dream college within or with my special mechanism, aka the way you train them, and the other things that you help them out with in order to get recruited. And you can also add another line at the end saying, hey, you can do this all without having to pay loads of money, go to hundreds of basketball prospect camps, or whatever other way, um, you know, whatever other solution they think is true when in reality they don't. Another example can be I help women get into sales, right? So you have to get more specific on transformation, and you also the person as well, right? You can't just target everyone. You can't just say, "Hey, I help women get into sales." You have to be very specific about it. So, for example, you could say, "I help busy moms," or um, I help busy moms get into sales." Or you can say, hey, I help busy moms go from uh, working a 9 to 5 that they hate to working remotely from home so they can take care of their kids and make money at the same time without or with my mechanism, which is remote sales, without having to X, Y, and Z, painful old way. And I guess another example right here, we can say, I help real estate agents get more leads, right? The person is specific, it's pretty clear, real estate agents. But what is the actual tangible transformation by them getting more leads, right? So I help real estate agents get more leads. Okay, why do they want more leads? Well, they want more leads so that they can close more deals, right? So I help real estate agents multiply, or I help real estate agents 2x their rate of closed deals by, I help real estate agents go from um, a lack of closed deals or a lack of, deals in the pipeline to getting an influx of qualified leads who want to buy from them with my mechanism without painful old way. So you can see there's a pattern here, right? Now, the problem, like I said, your offer blends in with everyone else. The tangible transformation is unclear, and your offer isn't good enough in people's eyes. It doesn't scream like, "Hey, I need to get this." Like this speaks directly to me, and this just it seems like it's something I have to get, right? But what's actually the solution, right? It's offer positioning. Offer positioning. What is offer positioning? Offer positioning is the act of making what you offer seem like the only option to your ICP. It should instantly communicate your value and clearly articulate what you do. But why is it so important, right? Like I mentioned, proper offer positioning positions you as an authority figure. It clearly calls out and attracts your ICP, aka your ideal customer profile, and it makes your ICP feel like, hey, this would be really stupid for me to say no to, you know? So again, I'm going back to this. If your offer is I help high school athletes get better at basketball, well, let's really make that a lot better. So for example, you could say, I help or I'll help you land or I'll help you yeah, I'll help you land three, or we could say I'll help you get recruited by your dream college within 90 days so you can, or I actually messed that up. So I will help you result within 90 days so you can dream outcome or risk reversal, right? So I will help you, well, the result and the dream outcome. The result or the dream outcome is to uh, play at a D1 level. So you can um, play at a D1 level or D1 college. Or you could also say, I will help you, um, yeah, I will help you get scouted by um, three of your dream colleges within 90 days so you can play at a D1 level, or I will work with you for free until you do. So you can see that the pattern here is the result, the time frame, the dream outcome, and also the risk reversal. Now, another example could be woman getting into sales, right? I will help you land a remote sales role within 90 days so you can uh, work from home, take care of your kids, and uh, make finance money or make corporate finance money um, at your own will, or I will work with you for free until you do. Or you can also say, hey, I will also give you a refund or whatever. You know, whatever risk reversal you want to go with. But you can see the pattern here, right? I will help you land a remote sales role within 90 days so you can work from home, take care of your kids, and make corporate finance money at your own will, or I will work with you for free until you do. So again, it's all about the dream outcome, the result, the tangible transformation, which these offers statements right here, they don't really have a tangible transformation, right? Or I guess irresistible transformation, measurable transformation. So back to this, how do you actually properly position your offer, right? There's 5 P's to every single offer. And I got this from Dan Henry. It's sort of repurposed off of what I already had in my own resources, but I guess we'll break it down. So, person, if you speak to everyone, right, you attract no one. You have to get clear on the one person you want to serve. For example, who were you 2 to 3 years ago? Who comes to you for help the most? And what is or was your primary occupation? So if you want to get, a better idea of what your target audience is, the best bet is either to go with who you were or who you want to be, right? So for example, if you're a coach, you're most likely going to speak to the person that you were before. So who were you 2 to 3 years ago? What kind of job were you working? Who were you? Were you a burnt out sales rep? Were you a lifeguard? Uh, were you working at the were you working at a kitchen? Like just think about, what exactly it is that you were or what you did or who you were in the past. Now, when it comes to deciding, hey, if you're offering a done for you service, you need to go with the, I guess, niche that one you either have most expertise in, most knowledge in, or you need to go with the niche that you want to, I guess, be. For example, if you want to run some sort of construction business, you should target construction businesses so that you can understand how the marketing or the sales stuff, the marketing stuff works, so that you know how to market your own, future construction business. So get clear on your one person, because if you don't get clear on one specific person, you're not going to be able to differentiate yourself, and you're just going to, sound like everyone else. So number 2 is the problem. You have to get clear on what the specific problem you're solving even is, and you have to make sure that you go deep. So, example, instead of the problem being overweight, right? Hey, you're overweight right now. You can instead target the problem of, hey, you're overweight, and that means you're gonna shorten your lifespan by 10 years. You're probably gonna get a heart attack, and your your life is just gonna suck. Um, and the clearer the problem is, the better your offer will be perceived. Because an offer, right? An offer in the first place, offers are made specifically to solve problems. Offers aren't just offers. Now, people buy solutions to their problems. They don't just buy things just to buy it, unless it's like, something that they really just like. But again, it's all about understanding what the problem even is, and getting laser accurate on that problem so that it pierces through, your ISTP's, I guess, psychology, and it makes them really see like, hey, this is a pretty consequential problem. This was a very specific problem that I actually really need to solve. And again, the better your offer is going to be perceived as a result. So the promise. You have to think about the promise as what life would even look like once their problem is actually solved. So, for example, if you help them solve their problem of, a decreased lifespan, they're going to be able to live longer. They're going to be able to live. They will live with less stress and worry. They will live a happier and, I guess, better life, knowing that their body is healthy and regulated, and just knowing that, hey, I'm actually good. Like, I'm not going to face any health problems. I'm not going to end up in the hospital. I'm not going to, live. I'm not going to live shorter. I'm going to lengthen my lifespan. I'm going to live longer. I'm going to feel amazing. And it's all about, again, the promise, the transformation. So person, problem, promise, or you can say ICP, current situation, transformation, process. This is pretty much a unique mechanism. If you know copywriting at all, it's basically your unique approach to how you go from current situation to transformation. But think of your process as, a flashlight. Let's just say you're going down a dark road, right? And person A is promising that they can actually lead you down the dark road safely, but they don't even have a flashlight to like guide you. So you're not going to be able to see, the path to the end of the road. So again, would you even trust them if that was the case? Like, no, you wouldn't, right? Exactly. The same analogy goes for your offer. You have to break down your exact step-by-step process, which promises to take your ICP from point A to point B. Because here's the thing, right? You're going to have less objections, you're going to have a higher close rate, and you're going to seem more trustworthy. For example, I looked at this ad by Bridger Pennington on, funds, starting or scaling your fund. And the problem with this landing page and everything, it's just very, how would I say, it's not positioned properly. Even though he has a lot of, results, social proof, case studies, the offer is unclear. The process is unclear. And just a lot of things are unclear, right? For example, once they actually get the training, I mean, what's going to happen once they get the training? How do they use the training? You have to lay that out in the landing page. You have to lay out the process on the landing page. But once you have the process down, now you have to go to the product. And this is how you package up your process. So, for example, what he has is a PDF. So I was actually transcripting this, but he is giving out a free course, which is a PDF guide, pitch deck examples, and everything that people need to know on starting and scaling a fund. And that is his product, right? He could have a school. He could have a school course. He could have, again, he can have an app. He can have a course program. He can have a coaching program. He can have a webinar or something like that. It's all about the way you package it up, and this is basically your product. So there's several different ways to do this, like I listed here. There's a few examples. There's masterminds, there's apps, softwares, paid communities, courses, programs, paid events, cohorts, physical products, digital products, done for you freelancing, agencies, done with you coaching, consulting, and a few other things as well. One-on-one mentorship is one of them. But that's pretty much the 5 Ps to every offer. This is how you properly position your offer as an offer that is crystal clear and makes people feel like, hey, this is actually a really good offer that speaks directly to me and speaks directly to my problems and what I'm looking to solve. So, recap, if your offer isn't positioned in a way that sells for you, then you're going to find it very difficult to actually present its value. Just like this landing page, for example, let's just say Bridger Pennington was not Bridger Pennington. Let's just say this was anybody else, right, running ads. Um, would you actually go through with this? I mean, for example, in his ad script is not pretty much clear on the problem that it's solving. It's not clear on the, I guess, tangible transformation. Like, yes, you're starting and scaling a fund, but like, what's the actual measurable transformation? Because the transformation needs to be three things. It has to be big, it has to be specific, and it has to be quantifiable, meaning you have to attach a number to it, right? Because people buy results, not like fluff, or not just I guess, a statement. But again, that's the recap. If your offer is not positioned in a way that sells for you, then you'll find it very difficult to present its value. So, if you want a funnel audit, if you want me to personally audit your funnel, overall market strategy, content, whatever it is, just simply book a call with me here, and or it's going to be in the link in bio or description. I mean, simply just book a call, pick my brain. Whether or not we work together, you're still going to walk away from the call with some solid advice. So, That said, stay tuned for the next video.